What's up, everybody? This is your girl, Kelly Bay, back in with Home for the Holidays by Choices, Part 2. I've had a bit of a time trying to record this thing. First time I tried to record Part 2, it failed, stopped recording at 1 minute 36 seconds, so we're going to go back in here again today with Chapter 2. Last time that we left off, basically we were macking on our ex-boyfriend in our own hometown when he showed up after we left him, after heavily macking with him at his office. So we're just going to find out what the hell is going to happen next, because I'm not too sure. I'm pretty sure that I didn't even get to finish the chapter the first time all the way through anyway. So let's go in there and go right ahead and play this. You gape at your boss as he stands on your front porch. Nick, what are you doing here? Freezing to death, apparently. Sorry, the background noise is really loud. Right, sorry, of course. Come in. You lead your boss into the kitchen where your mom and brother are waiting. Mom, this is Nick Peralta, my boss. This is my mom and my brother Dylan. Sup. It's lovely to meet you. Nice to meet you too. You should be proud of your daughter, Miss Joy. She's proven herself to be quite capable at work. I'm very proud of her. I'm sorry to interrupt. I won't be long. We'll get out of your hair. Come, Dylan. But I wanna... Now. Fine. After your mom and Dylan leave the room, you turn back to Nick. Let me guess. You're here because you have a huge pile of work for me, most likely. I'm afraid I've become too predictable. Or maybe I just know you so well. I honestly don't know which is worse. Nick lifts a huge box full of manuscripts onto the kitchen table. It lands with a thud. I need you to read these before January. All of them? You grab the nearest manuscript from the top of the pile. It's at least 200 pages. Yes, unfortunately one of our illustrious interns, what is with this now, couldn't figure out the mail system, so these have been piling up for a month. I know it's an imposition, but I need someone I can depend on to look these over. The next great American novel might be among these pages. Do you really believe that? No, but the next Twilight might be, and sadly, that's exactly what Pequot Press needs. How am I supposed to get through all of these in just 2 weeks? I'm sure you'll figure something out. I'm counting on you. This is so unfair. I'll get it done. I'm not gonna whine about it. You square your shoulders and nod. You can count on me. Good. Now I need one more thing from you. A ride back to my helicopter. Are you serious? You have a helicopter. Yes, and I also have an impatient author waiting for me in Barbados, so if you don't mind, do you mind not being such a freaking ass? Come here with an imposition of work and then want me to chauffeur you around? What happened to your ride out here? The taxi company said the nearest cab was over an hour away, so I hitched a ride with a local named Bob. Mailman Bob? Yes, he made far too many puns about delivering me. Anyway, he had to continue his route, and I don't relish the idea of walking back in the snow. No problem, we can take my car. You reach for your keys, but stop short. What's wrong? I kinda had some trouble on the way in, so my car's in the shop, but don't worry, I've got you covered. You whip out your phone and tap an old familiar number. Hey Wyatt, can I call in a big favor? You decide to freshen up before Wyatt arrives. You hurry upstairs to your childhood bedroom and search through your suitcase. It's my first day back in Winter Haven in a long time. I'll be spending time with Nick and Wyatt, and who knows who else. I'd better look my best. Pretty and pink. We gonna choose this look. Yes. Bree would be so proud. Want to top off your look with a festive hat? Yeah, take me to the closet. I don't think I got to choose this last time anyway. What is with this connection? Let's see. Hats. Cozy up. No, I actually don't like the hats. Not a Santa hat. Oh, that's actually cute. All done. You give one last twirl, admiring yourself in the mirror, before rejoining Nick downstairs. It's about time. Nick cuts off when he sees you. Yes? Nick clears his throat and looks down. It's nothing. You look nice. Thank you. What is with this? You and Nick wait for Wyatt on the front porch. These holiday decorations are interesting. It's my mom's thing. She loves this time of year. Can I ask why the menorah, Canara, and Santa? Don't people usually pick one? Don't be coming to my mama's house trying to clown her mix of holiday decorations. Let's not do that, bro. My mom is big on Christmas, but since we're adopted, it's always been important for her that we celebrate everything. That way, we're paying homage to our heritage, whatever it may be. Hence all the different decorations. Exactly. For me personally, I've always been drawn to... I'm going to pick friends and family because I actually don't celebrate any of those. I like spending time with my loved ones during this time of year. What about you? I know you're not much of a holiday guy. That's an understatement. I think Christmas is capitalism at its worst. The only holiday I enjoy less is Valentine's Day. That's sad. Did something bad happen to you at some point, or... Not all ghosts of Christmas past are pleasant, Callie Bay. Just then, Wyatt pulls up in his truck. Heard you guys need a ride. Wyatt looks you up and down and grins. Oh, come on. Damn, Callie Bay, you look great. You feel yourself blush, painfully aware of Nick's scowl. Thanks, Wyatt. Ahem, thanks for the lift. Anything for Callie Bay. Wyatt reaches over to open the passenger door for the two of you. Sorry, it'll be a bit of a tight squeeze. Oh, Lord Jesus. Don't worry, I'll sit in the middle. I'll take the window seat. Sit in the middle. You hear Nick mutter under his breath. I should hope so. You'll settle in between Wyatt and Nick. Wyatt turns down the street toward the outskirts of town. The snow starts to fall harder and faster as you drive. So, Nick, how are you liking Winter Haven? It's quaint. I'm sure it doesn't compare to a big city like New York, but it's got its charms. Have you stopped by Bailey's Diner yet? No, this is a short visit, thankfully. Dude, stop. Stop being a Krabby Patty. Ah, that's too bad. Bailey's got the best hot cocoa on the eastern seaboard. Callie Bay can vouch for it, isn't that right? We drank more than our fair share together back in high school. I'm sure Callie Bay has had better. New York's offerings tend to be far more sophisticated. Wow, the town sure has gone all out on their decorations this year. Yeah, change the subject because it's being a freaking ass. Oh, this connection. Oh, yes. Who doesn't love garish inflatable sleighs and elves? Nick points to a town down the street with those exact decorations on the front lawn. Hey man, what's your deal? Don't tell me you're actually defending that decor. Well, I helped old Widow Green put them up, so yeah. Hey now, we can all agree the decorations are tacky. You don't need to be such a Grinch. Don't be a Grinch, dude. It's Christmas. Are you talking to me? Yeah, you. Yeah, you're in Winter Haven now. You're gonna have to lighten up, or you'll stress yourself to death. You won't last one holiday season if some fake sleigh is gonna get you all riled up. Oh no? How will I ever live with myself? So, how close are we to that airfield? What, you're not into being trapped with your boss and your ex-boyfriend? No, I'm really not. Not particularly, no. Should be close unless Wyatt here gets lost. Don't worry, I'm pretty sure it's not possible to get lost in Winter Haven. As if on cue, Wyatt takes a turn off the main road and you spot an empty meadow in the distance. See? A few minutes later, Wyatt pulls up in the meadow alongside Nick's private helicopter. You hop out of the truck and shiver against the cold snowfall. It's really coming down out here. Charles, are you ready to go? A tall man in a pilot uniform sticks his head out from behind the helicopter. Hey, Nick. Got some bad news, I'm afraid. The rotor mast iced over in the storm, and it looks like it's cracked. We're not getting out of here until we can replace it. And how soon will that be? I can help. I own the only mechanic shop in town, so I could order the part for you. No sweat. Let me take a look. Nick frowns as Charles and Wyatt take a closer look at the helicopter's engine. This cannot be happening. Soon, Charles and Wyatt rejoin you and Nick. You huddle close so you can hear them over the wind. Transmission's busted too. I can order the parts you need back at the garage. Thanks, Wyatt. That's a big help. Charles, what's going on? Didn't he just explain that to you? As Charles summarizes everything for Nick, you saddle up to Wyatt. Since when do you know so much about helicopters? Wyatt rubs the back of his neck. I was studying up to be a pilot before my dad. You know, I basically read every book on flying I could find. A pilot, huh? You'd look good in a uniform. Maybe you should focus on your day. Oh, that would be so mean. I'm not going to be like Nick. You'd look good in a uniform. You think so? Yeah, you look kind of hot. If you're quite done. This little freaking snooty McSnoot fest. Right. Sorry. Charles, what do you mean we're stuck here? Sorry, boss. There's no way we can fly out anytime soon. That's unacceptable. I have to be in Barbados by tomorrow. Cali Bay. Where's the nearest car rental shop? New York? The highway's probably iced over, so the only way out would be the ferry. And when does that get here? You and Wyatt share a look. 6 days? Nick looks up to the sky as if for strength. Then where can I stay in this godforsaken town? All the B&Bs are booked up for the Founders Festival. But you can stay at my place. You too, Charles. Thank you kindly, Miss Joy. Everyone back in the truck. You turn to follow Wyatt and Charles, but pause when you notice Nick isn't with you. You turn to see him glaring at the helicopter. You coming, boss? Do I have a choice? Nope. Hopefully he'll be a little bit of a better mood. Back at home. Sorry about the connection, you guys. I don't know what's going on. I've been having trouble with this. Hey, Mom, you know how you always say the more the merrier? Well, oh, you poor boys. Did you get snowed in? And then some. No mind. You can stay with us as long as you need. Thank you, ma'am. Your mom blushes. No need to ma'am me. You can call me Linda. A beautiful name for a beautiful woman. It's a pleasure to meet you, Linda. I'm Charles Shepard, Nick's pilot. Your mom's blush deepens as she shakes his hand. Well, Charles, you can stay in Dylan's room. Hey! Dylan, we have guests. Fine, I'll ask Timmy if I can stay with him. Excellent. And Nick, you can take Callie Bae's old room while she sleeps on the couch. I can take the couch. Callie bed isn't mine. She'll show you the way. As Nick and Charles grab their bags, you pull your mom aside. Some choices affect the relationships of your loved ones. Choose wisely to help them find their happy endings. Mom, so Charles thinks you're beautiful, huh? Be careful with Charles. Charles seems like he's a nice guy. Or should we be careful? Since he's the help of the guy that, we might not be going with anymore, because he seems kind of like an ass. Nah. I'll let her have her fun. You wink at her and she blushes. Oh, don't be silly, Callie Bae. I just met the man. Yes, but you'll have plenty of time to get to know him. True. You turn back to Nick. I guess you'd better follow me. Are you certain? I don't want to put you out. Really, it's no problem, and it's already too late. So come on. Time for you. Well, here it is. Callie Bae Joy's childhood bedroom. In all its glory. Nick looks around, his eyes taking in every embarrassing detail. He picks up a teddy bear from on top of your bookshelf. I don't really want to be embarrassed of that. Friend of yours? Oh yeah, Teddy and I go way back. Nick puts the bear back. He looks over your bookshelf, pausing at one particular shelf. The Babysitters Club? Really? Okay. Alright, look here. Look here, dude. We're not going to insult the Babysitters Club here, dude. We're not. That was like one of the greatest books I read when I was a child. Like, the whole series. And the TV show that went along with it? Like, come on. Come on. Don't knock them till you've read them. We all make mistakes when we're young. Don't knock them till you read them. These books are all about female friendship and how to deal with problems real teens face. Nick pulls out a copy of Boy Crazy Stacy. That was a good one. Like boys? Oh, they're definitely part of the problem. Nick sits on your bed and pulls out his phone. He starts typing away. Nick, what are you doing? Look, I'm very grateful to your mother for opening up your home, but I can't just sit around for days. I have work to do. Nick pigeons the bridge of his nose. This is a disaster. Come on, it's not so bad. Now you can have a real holiday vacation. You're gonna enjoy this holiday season whether you like it or not. Why does that sound like a threat? You take a seat next to Nick. Look, I'll make you a deal. I'll work with you every night and make sure you get your work done, if you at least try to have fun while you're stuck here. You hold out your hand. Nick sighs, but shakes your hand anyway. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Great. First things first, I'm giving you and Charles the town tour. You lead Nick and Charles to the center of town. Welcome to Winter Haven. Yes, I can read the sign. Get the tampon out your butt, dude. I like it. It's charming. Thank you, Charles. And of course the snowstorm lets up now that it's done just enough damage to strand us here. God. Charles, are you sure there's nothing we can do to speed up the repairs on the helicopter? Wyatt says he can get the parts sent special delivery, but even that could take up to a week. As the two of them continue to discuss helicopter options, you look around the town square, smelling the fresh snow and taking in the feeling of home. Callie Bae, is that you? Holly? Holly, right? So this is Holly. It's been so long. Wow, you're beautiful. Well, she is hot. Holly flushes and smiles, tucking a curl of hair behind her ear. Thank you. We've both grown up a lot since the last time you were in town. Word on the street is you wrote a book. How did you hear about that already? Have you met my mother? Good point. I can't believe someone sent my little story to the Founders Festival email list. Practically the whole town has read it. I'm still mortified. If it makes you feel better, I've only heard amazing things about it. Tell me more. Well, it's about the founding of Winterhaven and the star-crossed lovers who settled this area. That sounds like a hit. Derivative. Star-crossed lovers are so overdone. Like a hit. That's why these kinds of stories that are playing right now even sell. People still like that romance stuff. Like a hit. Truly, you like it? Well, I haven't read the actual manuscript yet, but the premise has me hooked. I'll have to add your novel to the top of my pile. That'd be wonderful. Thank you. No problem. You turn to find Nick still discussing the helicopter situation with Charles. Dude, stop. You're relentless. Nick, leave poor Charles alone. No. My God. Well, at least come meet my friend Holly. She's a teacher at Winterhaven Elementary. It's nice to meet you. Likewise, Calibe, are we almost done here? Fine. Let's move on to the next stop on our tour. Hawthorne Hill. You, Nick, Charles, and Holly walk over to a snowy hill just outside of town. Calibe, are you sure it's okay that I tag along? Of course. Besides, maybe having someone else around will help Nick be on his best behavior. Somehow I doubt that. Nick looks up at the snow-covered hill where most of the town is out sledding. What exactly am I looking at? The best entertainment Winterhaven has to offer. I can't remember the last time I went sledding. Go for it, Charles. Charles gives you a salute and a grin before rushing off. You lead the rest of the group over to where your brother is talking to a high school girl. Avery, I saved this sled for you. It's top of the line. You know, if you want it. Thanks, Dylan. That's very sweet of you. Before Avery can take the sled, another guy cuts in between them. Yeah, thanks, Delane. Henry, come on, because that was really lame, dis. What? I was just joking. Delane doesn't care, right? Right. Defend yourself, little bro, come on. Hey! You march over to them, hands on your hips. Oh, looks like little Dylan Lame's rescue party is here to save him. Henry, only I get to make fun of my brother. That wasn't even a good insult, I concur. If you're gonna be a complete jerk, you can at least be clever about it. Sorry, sis, but I don't think Henry's capable of being clever. Burn. You're right. I'm asking too much of his teeny tiny brain. Super burn. Whatever. I don't need this. Come on, Avery. Actually, I think I'm gonna go sledding with Dylan today. Oh, third burn. Really? Oh, look, he's cheesing now. Really? He's all shocked. Yeah, because you're a jerk. Avery smiles shyly up at Dylan. Yeah, that is if you want to. Hell yeah. Hey, what about me? They don't care about you. Avery and Dylan walk away, ignoring Henry as he trails after them. Dylan and Avery went sledding. Their relationship will be affected. Mission accomplished. Why does it not surprise me that you're a matchmaker? Maybe you're getting to know me better already. Heaven help me. Calibe, I was wondering if you'd make it out to Hawthorne. Wyatt waves you and the others up to the crest of the hill. You guys gonna participate? You can't come all the way to Hawthorne Hill without sledding. We most certainly can. Sledding is for children. Tapping into your inner child can be healthy every once in a while. I doubt that. Wyatt offers you a sled. What do you say, Calibe? Want to take a ride? I might even convince Jolly St. Nick here to lighten up. Go sledding with Wyatt, Nick, or Holly in the exclusive scene to improve your relationship with them. What do? Sledding. Let's go sledding. You grab the sled from Wyatt's hands and grin. Let's do this. You look around, deciding who you want to go sledding with. Go sledding with Holly. Sorry, my phone is dying because I had to do this over. Sledding with Nick, or go sledding with Wyatt. Well, I already spent time with the two guys, so Let's see what this Holly girl has to offer. Come on, Holly. You're riding with me. Me? Of course, you. Who else would I take? Mr. Grumpy Pants over there? I know we're on vacation, but I am still your boss. Getting used to my clever nicknames is all a part of the deal, boss. And what am I supposed to do in the meantime? Stand here? Don't be silly. There are plenty of sleds for you, too. And I expect to see you at the bottom of the hill. I'll make sure he makes it down in one piece. Lovely. You grab Holly's hand and pull her into the sled with you. You ready? I think so. Then hold on tight. You push off and the two of you are flying down Hawthorne Hill. Woo! Cowabunga, dashing through the snow. Dash through the snow, why not? In a one-horse open sleigh. Oh yeah, girl, chime in. Over hills we go, laughing all the way, ha ha ha. The two of you belt out the lyrics to Jingle Bells together. The sled hurtles down the hill, right toward a tree. Oh God, this is gonna be Sonny Bono. Steer right. Lean with me. Ah! Holly buries her face in your back as you safely guide the sled around the tree. Awesome. Holly, you okay back there? Yes, I'm just normally much worse at sledding. Clearly, I should only sled with you from now on. That sounds like a perfect plan to me. You smile as Holly starts to loosen up, clearly enjoying herself. This is so fun. You swish into the clearing at the bottom of the hill, your cheeks flushed from the ride. You help Holly up from the sled, and she blushes. That was exciting. Maybe we could do this again in the future. You're on. You look up just as Nick comes whooshing down the hill. Looks like someone's finally having fun. It's a Christmas miracle. It sure is. You walk over to Nick as he gets up from the sled. So, how do you like Hawthorne Hill? Nick puts his hands in his pockets and shrugs. It was passable. That's basically a rave review. Just then, Charles zooms down the hill on his sled. Look out! Woohoo! He comes to a stop right in front of your group. Having fun, Charles? Absolutely, Miss Calibe. This is the best vacation I've had in a long time. Charles! Not that Barbados wouldn't have been fun too, in its own way. Wyatt picks up his sled and starts the trek back up to the top of the hill. Okay, who's ready for round 2? After a long afternoon of sledding, you and Nick return home. Ah, finally, now we can get down to business. But first... Calibe, what could we possibly need to do first? I was just going to suggest we relax with the delicious drink as we work. Let's give this dude his scotch so he can calm the hell down. That's actually a good idea. I know you would think so, you little wino. I know it's shocking, but I do actually have good ideas every once in a while. You pour 2 glasses of scotch and hand one to Nick. Bottoms up. Drinks in hand, the two of you settle in front of the fire. You pull a manuscript from the top of your pile. It's Holly's manuscript. Ooh. On the front page is a note. I printed it out for you, Mom. Oh my God, Mom. You flip to the first page and start reading. The Heart of Winter by Holly Wright. The Heart of Winter, Chapter 1. In the heart of a frigid New England winter... Oh God, please stop the buffering. Samantha Worthington could be certain of a few things. She was certain of her need for firewood, certain for her town of North Haven to stock up on supplies, and certain that as roads froze over and cut them off from the nearest city, tensions with the neighboring town of Winterdale would hit an all-time high. Beyond that, Samantha doubted she could be sure of anything, so she held fast to the few truths in her life, hoping they would help her to wait out the winter. But every notion of truth she had clung to flew right out the window the moment she met William Tate of Winterdale. Later. Well, I think that's enough work for me for tonight. You going to bed soon? You barely glanced up from the manuscript. In a bit. Chapter 7. The evening was unusually cold, even for December. If William were not so close, Samantha was sure she would freeze. The man's presence by her side was as calming as it was confusing. She had felt so convinced he meant to betray her, but hours had passed on the bank of this frozen lake, and William had done nothing but stay by her side. After a long silence, she cleared her throat. You do not have to wait here with me. What breed of man do you have in North Haven? He asked, smiling in the most infuriating way. Winterdale men are not such monsters that we would leave a lady alone in the cold. North Haven ladies are not so helpless that we need men to watch over us, Samantha retorted. William only grinned. Well then, maybe I am waiting with you because I enjoy your company. William hesitated, his smile faltering for just a moment. However, if the feeling is not mutual, I will humbly leave you alone. Samantha felt a blush creep up her cheeks. She turned her face away from William. Why did he have to say exactly what he meant at all times? Why could Samantha never seem to say what she meant? At length she shrugged. I suppose I'd rather have your company than that of a wild animal. You at least are not likely to eat me. William's grin widened. Are you sure about that? Whoa, sexual undertones alert. Just saying. Early the next morning, you finish the last page of Holly's manuscript. You sit there for a moment longer, letting the story linger in your mind. Wow, I have to tell Nick about this. Holly's book could be just the story he's looking for. With Nick stuck in Winter Haven, will you be able to pitch Holly's manuscript to him? Find out in the next chapter of Home for the Holidays. Well, that's it, you guys, for Chapter 2 for the Home of the Holidays by Choices. I hope you enjoyed it. You've been here with your girl, Callie Bay. Be sure to subscribe and like this video on YouTube, because that's what's going up after I'm done recording. And also be sure to follow me on Omelette and Instagram under the same name, Callie Bay Gaming. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me for this long. I will be back with Chapter 3 very soon, and hopefully I'll be able to talk like I'm not having a seizure. Thanks, you guys. Peace out.